Alright, so this is going to be a fix-it video. I'm going to fix some community members. So this is from Mr. Black Beaver, um, and it's the Canadian Coast Guard vehicle. So we're going to go ahead and we'll go in the microcontroller. Issues in the microcontroller with the sync. Couple issues here that are causing the sync not to work. I made a video on this in the other boat already, and it was kind of long and drawn out, so I figured I'd make a quicker one. So let's go down here to the starboard. This is where all the sync work happens. First issue here is if we look here, triggering the starboard clutch, it should be if the number going to the starboard engine is greater than 0, you want to add clutch. All right, and if it's and if it's not, you want to decrease clutch. So right now, you have it going from this switch box here, all right, to the top. And then you have the numerical switch box here, which is your sync, and you have it going to the bottom. This bottom should be 0. This top should be this switch box from the sync. All right, so that fixes that problem. All right, and then what we want to do here is we have an issue here with the gearing. All right, so right now, if you're commanding your engines and they're synced, you're not getting any information to run your gearbox for the starboard. All right, so what's happening is you're only getting this less than. So essentially what this is saying is if the number in the up-down counter is less than 0, you want to put it in reverse, correct? So, and it also does the inverter. Well, if you're synced, it's not doing anything because it doesn't have any information from the port. So what you want to do is you want to grab a numerical switch box here. We'll put a numerical switch box, and we'll go to the less than. We'll take the starboard, that will be the on value, and then we'll go up here and we'll grab the port's up-down counter. So we'll grab the port up-down counter from there. All right. And then we'll go in here, and now 20 is our desync right here. We'll connect that up there like that. That should fix it. Let's update, and let's spawn it, and let's make sure this works. And this is the version that I will send you. All right, so we'll start them up. All right, so we are currently synced because we have not pressed the desync. So I should be able to press port thrust. Both of them should respond. They do. I should be able to push down on port thrust. Both of them should respond and go into reverse. They do. Okay, I should press my idle. They idle. I should be able to press my starboard in reverse and have it do nothing because they're still synced. I should be able to press my desync and now do opposite things. Forward on port, reverse on starboard, and they work. All right. I should be able to now, if you look, our port is in forwards. Okay, starboard still in reverse. I should be able to take the sync off, and the starboard should match, and now we're both going forwards. So that fixes that vehicle. So to recap, and I will send it to you. All right, so to recap, you had, I'll save this really quick. All right, quick recap here. So you had an issue here where you were reading off of this switch box to the top and this switch box to the bottom. It should be set up this way. This is your desync switch box. It should be reading the top. Bottom value should be 0. You need an additional switch box here to both read the up-down counter from port. That's going to be your off value. Then you want to read the up-down value from starboard. That's going to be on value. And you want to trigger it with the same desync button. So that fixes it. All right, so that is all updated, and that is, I will send that to you. All right, so let's open up Zacs Ferry. All right, so Zacs Ferry is a little slower than you'd like it. So I have orientation problems with this, so I need to double check. So this bridge runs these screws, this bridge runs these screws. So my recommendation is pretty simple. The way you currently have it controlling is you have multiple gears for a boat. That's not really realistic or what I would do. This is what I would do. I would get rid of these. All right. I would then just run one gearbox. All right. All right, and so what you would do is this is your reverse gear. I would walk myself through these. I would start low, and then I would keep going high. So as you go up, hopefully you're getting more speed, and then eventually you'll start getting less speed because you're bogging down your engines. Now, most reliable way, especially with these pre-mades, more engines. All right, so you have plenty of space in here to do more engines. So I would move this engine over one block, move this engine over one block. I would put 2 more motors in here, and I would just pipe them right to the center, and then I would put the gearboxes I would pipe them together essentially. So pipe the 2 engines together, then go through the clutch. So look, something like this. So you'd have this engine would go here. You'd have a T valve. Real simple. That would go out to your other engine. Then you would have the clutch here, and that would fix up your system and then connect them. The other thing you're doing here is you're robbing a bunch of power using your generator. What I would do, very simply, I would use a PID. I would use a clutch. You put the clutch up. Oh, there it is. You put the clutch on here, and what you do is you read the value off of the battery. That goes to your process variable. Your set point is going to be 1. That's fully charged battery. And then what you would do is you let the PID control the clutch, so that if you need a lot of electricity, it's going to go full clutch. It's going to get this spinning as fast as it can. If you don't need much electricity, it's going to reduce the clutch, reducing your load and giving you more power for your actually driving. So I would do those things. The main thing you need to do is add more engines. And I wouldn't be, your gearboxes were facing this way. You're actually subtracting. So your fastest speed was actually in reverse, which was 1-to-1. So I would double up the engines on this. I just don't think you have enough engine power. So that's the main thing on that one. So hope that helps, guys. Thanks for watching. Bye.